headphones are in my ears so can hear. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone, but it's coming back because it's so cloudy. I can see all obstacles in my way. Come on, everybody. Ow. Pass me by. Come on. It's gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. Yeah. Come on. Gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day as I wipe my nose because it's dripping. I don't know why. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's dripping. My nose is dripping, baby. Is your nose dripping too? Probably not. It's just my nose dripping because I'm weird like that. Yes, I am. Hi. So, hi. Let's see if anyone's here. Like, let me just pay attention. Let's see. Nancy, hello. Carrot, good afternoon. And Jonas, hello. Hello. It's Saturday. I know this is so weird. It feels strange, but good at the same time. I have to tell you guys, I love you a lot because I could have stayed yard sailing all day, but not really. Let's talk about it, shall we? Shan't we? So I woke up at 1 a.m. I know. I woke up at 1 a.m. I did. I woke up in love this morning. I woke up in love this morning. I can sing because Al's not here. So anyway, woke up at 1 a.m. I watched 5 seconds of YouTube yard sale videos and I said, no, I'm not doing this right now. I'm going back to sleep. So I turned the television set off. I went back to sleep. Boom, 5:10. I was up and ready to go because I told my friend Sue, I'm getting you at 6. I'm picking you up at your house at 6. She said, okay. She's always ready to go. Outside with her coat on, her little handbag, waiting. So I was at her house at 6:01. 6:01. Girls and boys, let me tell you the goodies I got today. The goodies I got to. Now, it wasn't like, all right, it was a good day. It was not super fantabulous. Like, I've had better days, but I got some nice stuff. I got something. My favorite find of the day, but we'll do that later because it's just so much fun. I don't even know how to use it, but we're gonna. So let's say hi. So we got Cindy, hello, Rhonda, hello, and Kira. Everybody's here. All right, so not everybody, but it's fine. It's all good. It's Saturday. Like, people have lives, and can I just ask a question to everyone as we begin the day? And let's do a cheers with my iced coffee because, and it is not from Dunkin' Donuts, it is from my kitchen because I make my own coffee, but I reuse the cups because I am environmentally friendly, everyone. So why am I breathing heavy? You know why? Because I was singing, and I had to get ready like in snippety snap because I got home. Let me just talk. Why am I'm all right because I'm back on caffeine. So this is what happens. All right. So I just wanted to let you know. So yay for me. I am glad to be back on caffeine. Actually, it's half decaf, half caffeine. But you know what? Good for me. Good for me because my life was a living hell without it. I'm just telling you, it was wrong. I was living a lie. So I'm back on it, and I'm really thanks. I'm back in the club. So cheers. Wait a minute. Cheers. I came home. I knew I had to shower. I had to. And I had chicken salad from Stop and Shop, and I can't stand that store. Can I just tell you that right now? I don't even care. I don't even care who knows about it. I can say that now. I couldn't before, but I can say it now. I can't stand that store. I feel like I'm in Armageddon when I go and Stop and Shop. That's why I love Market Basket so much because it's friendly and like you feel good when you're there. You feel good when you're a Market Basket, and Stop and Shop prices are so much higher than Market Basket. I don't understand. So, but it was close proximity. So we went to Stop and Shop, got bananas. Al is like a monkey. He is half monkey, seriously. And just had to get a few things. And I bought chicken salad. And the chicken salad was like $2 more than it would have been at Market Basket. But at Market Basket, I would have gotten the rotisserie chicken and made my own gosh dang chicken salad, but it didn't. So here we go. Had a little chicken salad roll up. So good. Some Belvita cookies, the little chocolate sandwiches, delish. Got in the shower, got all ready, and I'm sitting here, got my little stories in my tabs. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. So today was a good day yard sale wise, but can I just tell you guys, it was crowded. Like the competition was severe. It was hardcore yard salers packing the roads, the streets lining where the yard sales were unreal. Unreal. Like I was frightened at some points how many people were just there. And I'm like, oh my God. So really by 9:30 it was over, but we stayed out until we yard sailed until about 10 and then we went to Stop and Shop and then we came home. But I will just tell you, it was wicked out there. So I did get some good things. I'll show you in a little bit. I'm so excited about this little find, and I got two of them because Al and I can use them together, even though he won't. Who else is here? Did anyone else show up? Hello, Helise. What are you doing? I thought you. Helise says yesterday, I'm going to be at my daughter's graduation. I can't join. Here she is right now. My daughter Sarah just graduated from college culinary program. That's awesome. Congratulations to your daughter. But why are you here? Go celebrate. Go be with your kid. That's awesome. HPR presents. Hello, welcome aboard. Why is that popping up on my screen? I don't know. And Scott just got out of work, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give Scott a round of applause. And just thank you. Cheers to you, Kurt. Cheers, double cheers and a half. And Louie is insane because Al is not with me right now. He will be here soon, though. So I don't have Al to control him, and it is what it is. I had him in the studio with me. I said, you know what? You go play over there because the kid is just ridiculous. So can I just talk to you guys about something? What is going on with tipping? Tipping. Al and I, last night, I said, you know what? I want a cookie. I want a chocolate chip cookie, even though I'm sorry. Meatballs, I make great balls. I am a hands down fantastic meatball maker. Chocolate chip cookies, same thing. And when I give people my cookies, they're like, oh my gosh, I can't stop eating these things. They're good. So I got a chocolate chip cookie from, you guys know Cake Boss, that guy, Carlos or whatever. I have to tell you, the cookie was not good. I ate it because I was friggin' hungry, but it was just not, it was okay. It was all right. And Al got one chocolate covered strawberry and it was $11. And they wanted a tip on top of that. Now, I gave a tip because I felt bad because the girl was really, really sweet and really nice. So I gave her the tip. But I'm like, why is it everywhere I go now they want a tip? Every single thing you do. I'm surprised public restrooms aren't wanting a tip for you to tinkle. It's maybe it's coming around to that. I don't know. But I will tell you, it's disturbing. And I'm sick and tired of tipping every single person. Tip me. Tip me for being friendly. Tip me for being courteous and saying thank you for holding the door for me. Okay, can I have $5? Like, why can't I get a tip? Right, exactly. You should get a tip too. But we don't. Because we got to tip everybody else in the world, and I don't understand it. I just snorted. So Al's going to be here soon, and Nancy says she rocks chocolate chip cookies too. I'm telling you, like everything homemade. Let's be real. What you find now? Got to love you. What you feel now? Got to have you. What you know? Oh, to be real. I don't have Al going, knock it off. Da, da, da. He's listening though. So I'm telling you, everything homemade is so much better now than getting it out. Raise your hand if you agree. Raise your hand, sweet everyone. If you agree that homemade whatever is better than getting it out, I'm sorry. I have not come across okay, I'm lying. Let's back it up a second, Keeks. Let's go. Spain restaurant in Cranston, Rhode Island. Oh my gosh. Freaking phenomenal. But you're going to pay, girl. You're going to pay to go there. Like I have some gift certificates. I still have some left over from like the past couple of years. And we used them the last time we went. You are going to pay to eat at that restaurant. but it is worth every freaking dime. If you like say, okay, I'm only going to go out to eat once every 2 months, that is the restaurant to go to on Rhode Island. I'm telling you. And then the second one is Macera's. Okay, there's a third. Macera's in Cranston as well. Coventry, I'm telling you, has no good restaurants. I'm sorry. They don't. Except for Flat River Tavern is really good. They, if you want it, but that's not really, that's like a pub. It's like, let's go hang out, have some fun and all of that. But I'm talking fine dining. Macera's in Cranston, super good. That's fine dining. And like just a place that has been around for a really long time, Big Cheese in Cranston. And then Flat River Tavern in Coventry. That's the only place we would go to get anything to eat. Those are the only 4 places for real. And if you know of anything else in Rhode Island, you tell me, I'll try it and let you know. But honestly, I feel like it has just the whole, I don't know, eating out is just not great. It's not great. I'm sorry. Carol says it's out of hand. I'm telling you, it is out of hand. I agree. Hands raised up high. I love cooking homemade, Nancy says. And here's all the money in the world to you, Kiki. Well, thank you, Eunice. I appreciate it. And I would share. So it's just insane. And I really think the best thing to do is if you go out, take snacks with you. Take a snack or eat beforehand. And if you have, you'd like a little adult beverage, maybe have something, in your purse. You know what I'm saying? Because even trying to get a drink out now, it's so expensive. I feel like I'm dumb. I feel like I don't even know what's going on in the world because I'm like, why is that so much money? What happened? What did I get today? What is going on with my nose? My nose hasn't dripped all day. It dripped once this morning. Like, help me, Jesus. Why is my nose dripping? This is ridiculous. Look at, I'm filling up a whole tissue here, a whole paper towel. I don't know, something. And it was wicked expensive. And I said, this is ridiculous. And Cindy said, I absolutely do this also. Good for you, girl. We are thinking alike here. So I hope you guys have had a great week. I hope you're enjoying the weekend. And thanks for being here on a Saturday. What a Saturday? But I just couldn't do it last night. And I miss you guys. And I like to talk about, there's so much stuff going on, especially about Steve Perry. So we'll talk about him, later on, of course. But so much stuff going on this week. So insane, really. Let's get into it, shall we? Madonna. I had talked about this a couple of weeks ago. Now, she put on a free concert in Brazil at Copacabana Beach. And I thought this was insane. I read 1.6 million people attended that concert. How is that even possible? That's like the entire country, isn't it? I don't know, but more than 1 million people went to Copacabana Beach for a free Madonna concert. I mean, how can you not? Why would you not want to? And I don't know how it worked. Like, how did people get to the front? Was that an organized thing? Did you have to wait for days to get that elusive front row free ticket? I don't know. I have no idea. But oh, okay. So here we go. See, I'm reading all of these stories today. The first time I'm reading them is with you guys. So it says many had been there for hours or even days, which makes sense to get a good spot, while richer fans anchored in dozens of boats near the beach and onlookers crowded beachfront apartments. So I guess there were yachts in play, which makes sense. And firefighters were spraying water before the concert because temps were really, really high. And they were doing this to cool fans because imagine all of those people, no tickets, crowded in. It could have been a disaster. But it sounds like it wasn't. And the fact that you had firefighters, thinking about this beforehand, trying to keep the area cool, I think, can we take a tip from that maybe, for some of the summer shows we have coming up? I think that's a great thing to do. And Madonna, who is 65 years old, and I think she looks great. I mean, people are totally on one side of the fence or the other. I think Madonna looks great. I love Madonna. I've always loved Madonna. I think she's spicy. I think that, she's got a lot of chutzpah, and she went through a lot this summer. I mean, it sounds like she could have potentially lost her life with the infection that she had. So I give that woman so much credit, really. I mean, only a few months ago, she's in the hospital. Well, no, it's going to be almost a year now, but time goes by, doesn't it? And she went out there and she did an entire tour. Yes, she was late for a lot of her shows and fans were really mad, but she did it, and here she is giving a free concert to over 1 million fans in Brazil. Like, who does that? No one. No one, we all know, is doing that. And let's see, Madonna said, and I quote, "Rio, here we are in the most beautiful place in the world with the ocean, the mountains, Jesus." And she said, "It's just magic." Absolutely. Absolutely. And all I can say is Madonna probably made a crap ton of money from her tour. So, and that's what I really love about artists who give back. Madonna is definitely one of them. And the fact that she gave back to her fans by giving a free show, granted, it wasn't here in the United States, but let's face facts, right? Here in the US, we are very lucky. We are so lucky that we get a majority of the great shows, right? We do. And overseas, they have to wait or they don't get them at all. I mean, I see comments all the time on, videos that I watch and stuff. When are you coming to the UK? When are you coming to Japan? And I'm telling you, a lot of bands don't do it. They're sticking mostly in the United States. So I have to say we are spoiled, we are blessed, and we're very lucky that we get to see the shows that we do. So I think it's great that she did the free concert in Rio to give those fans a chance to see her. Even let's be real. Oh, hi Ario Gina, and you said, Eunice, my kids don't realize that you can make the food. We're going back to food now, but I don't get paid. It's just like because it's made by someone else, I guess. It's true. You know, well, going from Madonna to eating, but it's true. The younger generation, I will say, I will be careful with how I phrase that, but it's just different. I don't think they understand how fortunate they are when their mamas or papas cook for them because it's so much better, so much cheaper, and you have leftovers most of the time, right? I don't know. But anyway, so that was that. Now, Tommy Lee, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on with Motley Crue this week, too. Tommy Lee had something going on. When was it? In 2003, this thing happened because I'm like, why is Tommy Lee in court or whatever the heck happened? So he actually had a decades old accusation against him in a helicopter. Raise your hand if you guys heard about this because I didn't. Did any of you guys know about Tommy Lee in a helicopter? I did not. And Kathy is at a cat show, which is really nice. And Maureen, hi. And let's see. So she says, can't believe you're live. Been running errands and going to the Tulip Festival in Albany, New York. How fun while driving. Been blaring my old school Journey CDs, listening to Departure Now. Love them. That is awesome. Hands up to you, Maureen. That's great. So let's talk about Tommy Lee. I didn't know anything about what had happened. So this was something that allegedly took place in 2003. Of course, I can't read it because, oh my gosh, I can't. These things make you subscribe to them. I'm not doing it because there's just too much free information out there. Let's see, Tommy Lee. And see, it's another good reason Al's not here because he'd be yelling at me, just find it and just read about it. But I'm not, I don't have to get yelled at right now, right, Al? Because I know you're listening. Okay, so I can't read that one either because that you got to pay for. Redonkulous. Oh, let me put the word helicopter because that makes a lot of sense. And Google will. Okay. So let's see. So this decades-old accusation was dismissed after a long time, and a judge gave a woman 20 days to file an amended complaint against Tommy Lee over an alleged S, the letter S, I can't say the word, like in a helicopter. You get where I'm going with that. So her name was not released. She was identified as Jane Doe. Filed a lawsuit last December that Tommy Lee went after her in 2003 and lured her to his personal helicopter under false pretenses. He lured her. I'm not, it's just some this happened in 2003. That's all I'm going to say. And let's see, she said she went on a 40-minute trip from San Diego to Van Nuys with his helicopter pilot before joining Tommy when they landed. And she said that the two men had several drinks and smoked some things and also had some lines of items on a table with maybe a mirror and a dollar bill rolled up. And then Tommy allegedly went to her doing things and things like that and made her allegedly do things as well in 2003. So let's see, she suffered a lot, and she didn't report it because she believed it was an isolated event and that no one would take her seriously. And I'm not, listen, something goes down and wrong, people have to pay for what they do. But I just feel like when things happen so long ago, it's just to me that's harder to take someone seriously. No, I just my own personal opinion. You guys may disagree, but it's just my personal opinion. And let's see. So that there was an act that came up in California, and like people had a window, I think, of a year. That's what happened with the Steven Tyler case. And that woman who claimed things happened, what, in 1970 something, 75, something like that, when she was 17 or 18, and her parents signed her over to Steven Tyler. She just filed stuff last year. Or the year before, I don't remember the time. So there was a window where everybody could come out and, basically say, it doesn't matter when the alleged happening took place, but you can file a lawsuit. So let's see. So that's what happened. A lot of people, I guess, came out of the woodwork and, filed complaints. And the judge said that the plaintiff, quote, failed to assert facts to support the cover-up requirement. So I guess, not only do you have to, you could file a lawsuit during this open window of time, but of course you have to prove that this even happened. And that's got to be difficult when something happens years and years ago. How do you know? Now, with the whole Steven Tyler thing, however, he wrote about that girl in his book, and he wrote, I think, about some of the things that they had done. So that was like right there in writing, but something like this episode, how do you prove it? You really don't. So Tommy Lee got that case dismissed. And hello, Christina from beautiful Alabama. And let's see, Suzanne is here. And thank you, Maureen. I try to be funny. I try. And Suzanne says, hi from rainy Western PA. Can I just tell you something? It is going to rain in Rhode Island, people. It is going to rain yet again. I'm so done. I'm so over it. I'm so over the rain. Has it been raining a lot where you guys are? Let me know. And the deer are going hard on my hostas, people. Hard. Chomping. I went out this morning. I'm like, dude, you joking. Another one gone. Gone. And they don't even clean up after themselves. They leave leaves, like, they want me to know they've been here, and they leave chewed up leaves around the house. I'm like, dude, can you at least pick up or eat the last leaves you let on the ground? Why do you gotta leave them there? It's basically like an FU to me. Like, ha, ate your plant. Thanks for planting them. I'm going to eat another one tomorrow. And I'm going to let you know I did it. That's exactly what that's saying to me. And it's wrong because I'm a nice person. And I don't understand why now the deer are coming after me. I don't get it. So Suzanne said, every day this week it's rained. Eunice says, money buys everything. Yeah, right? And Eunice said, we had a lot last week here in Arizona. That stinks. Maureen says, oh, by the way, Kiki, I loved your naturally curly hair you had going on the other day. Oh my gosh, thank you. It looked great. I saw it after you were live. I have naturally curly hair too and straighten it a lot, which is so damaging. Isn't that the truth? Now, the other night when I did that live, I looked crazy. And that is my natural hair. My hair was never that wavy. And I do think aging has something to do with that. And the frizziness, I can't. But I can only put so much product in my hair because especially, come on. I mean, guys, I can talk to you too, but the ladies know if you put too much, then you look like your hair is greasy and you had just taken a shower. So it's annoying. Like it's hard to figure out a balance. So it's just difficult. And today I'm doing the curly look. It is what it is. It is what it is. And Squat says, I feel your pain. The hosta thieves attacked here too. It is so annoying, Squat. So annoying. Now they're not only eating the hostas, my strawberry plants. So it's the first year we're doing the strawberries. I think we did them last year, but that didn't work out. So we bought more. And our friend John gave us some beautiful ones. And I cannot believe they're freaking eating the leaves. Like, it's not, I can see if there were berries on them and they ate them. No, now they're just eating the leaves. I said to Al, we've got to net them. And he's going, no, we don't net them yet because there's no berries. And I said, but dude, we got to net them. And he's got to net them for me because they're eating the leaves. And I don't know what is tasty about a strawberry leaf. I could see the strawberries. I can't. And even if we net them, I kind of feel like the deer are going to come in and go, I'm just going to lift this up and I'll put it back down. And then they'll go, like, I'm serious. Like, I feel like they're completely making fun of me. That's what I feel. They're eating my daylily leaves now. Well, you got nothing else to eat? There's tons of things to eat outside. Tons. But they got to come to my yard and destroy everything. Our arborvitae trees, they go like this and they look like, they're cone shape and they eat around the bottom. So now it looks like a phallic symbol. Like I have a few of them in my yard and it's very embarrassing because people drive by and go, oh my God, did they do that? No, we did not do that. We did not trim the tree like that to look like that. It just happened because the deer eat down here where they can reach. And then up here is still green and it's pointy and it looks ridiculous. It looks like a sexual innuendo. And I don't really care for that look. Not about it. I'm really not. And Scott says they planted a small evergreen last year and it got eaten during the winter because what are they going to do? Where do they go? And I feel bad for you, but not really because don't come and eat my stuff. Go to a farm. Why don't you go over there? And then Al and I are driving home last night and I mean, I love animals and I see 4 deer eating on the side of the highway. And I really wanted him to stop the car so I can say, get back in the woods. Like, don't come over here. You're going to get hurt. But there's no one to tell them that. And there's nowhere for them to go. And it bothers me. So we needed toothpaste. I know I'm very random. And I didn't get it yesterday morning. So, like I said, we were out last night and Al goes, this is such a dude thing to say. Just stop at the mobile gas station and get some toothpaste. And I'm like, no, absolutely not. Because the mobile gas station or any type of convenience type store is going to charge me an arm and a leg for a tube of not very big toothpaste and probably not the toothpaste that I want because I use Colgate Optic White. That's what I've been using for years. That's what I use. And I'm like, mobile gas station is going to have that. And if they have it, it's going to be like a trial size. And I can get that trial size at the Dollar Tree for $1.25 plus tax. I'm not buying toothpaste at the gas station. He's like, well, just get it because then it'll just get us by. I'm like, no, I'm buying the toothpaste at a real store. Oh, look, there's a Target. Drop me off and let me go get the toothpaste. So I got 4 tubes of toothpaste, probably for the same price I would have paid for one much smaller one at a gas station. So I was happy about that. But, I'm walking around the store and it was odd. Like I was, a little bit late at night and, not many people in there. There was a cashier, but I don't know, the person was cashing out all kinds of stuff. I said, no, let me go to like an express checkout. I had 2 items. Let me just go over there. But you had to scan it and check it out yourself, which I'm fine with. No bags. And there's a camera in front of you as you're checking out to see if you steal something. And it was the weirdest thing. Like it was in a little box and you scanned it with the scan gun and then you put your card in and the camera's right in front of you. I'm like, hi, just buying toothpaste. Look. And not a bag in sight. Not that I really, let's face it, I can live without the bag, but things are changing. Things are really different. And, maybe even just a few years ago, somebody would have been there. Hi, how are you tonight? Thanks for coming into Target. Let me get that for you. And they'll scan it. Beep, beep. And then, that'll be just $500.29. And you put your card in, you pay for it. And then let me put that in a bag for you. They just don't even ask you. They don't even tell you. They just put it in a bag. And thank you. Have a good night. Bye. And I was like, thank you. Bye. But today, no. It's like you are doing everything yourself and they want you to tip. I mean, come on. I just can't. The world is literally changing. I'm not even kidding. And Nancy said, you'll pay $10 at mobile. I knew that. I know. I knew that. And we kept passing by gas stations like, we can get it right there. We can get it right there. How about Shell? I'm like, no. N-O spells no. We're not getting toothpaste at the gas station, dude. And we go through a lot. It's not me, really. It's Al. He uses a lot of toothpaste, and I'm confused as to why. I think because he just overloads his toothbrush, and I don't get it. I really don't. And Scott says, society has changed with everything since 2020. Isn't that true? Everything and people even are so different. It is obvious, really painfully obvious how people have changed. For real. It's kind of scary, to be quite honest. Yeah. And yeah, everybody's with you, Scott. And let's see, does self-check get W-2s, right? I mean, you got to kind of think about it. Twice the price, less the product. It's true. Venison for dinner. Wait. You got to catch them though. That's it. But no, don't do that. They're so cute. I mean, like if one came up to me, a deer we're talking about, I would pet it. I would say hello. And you see these people on TikTok, they're like the deer whisperers, and they have deer coming into their yard and they pet them and they come in the house. I don't want them come in my house because you don't know. They'll step on Louie. Louie got a haircut a couple of days ago. He looks so cute. He looks so good. I can't believe how thin he looks whenever he gets a haircut. It's amazing how much littler he is. I know, Maureen, right? And Maureen says, Kansas 50th anniversary concert tonight in Albany, New York. Been trying to win tickets. That is awesome. And someone else I know from New Hampshire, they just went. Well, I saw it on Instagram and she said it was a great show. So that's awesome. Louis is the cutest. Louis is, he thinks he's a person and do you hear him? Do you hear him? I know. This is my life, kids. I'm telling you, this is my life. All right, so let's talk about Richie Sambora. So lots going on with Richie. He, oh my gosh, did I just literally click out of that? I sure did. Oh, here we go. All right. So Richie Sambora on the new documentary from John Bon Jovi. Who watched it on Hulu? Anybody watch it? I thought it was really good. I saw it twice. I did. I kept rewatching. Like I watched one episode and then I watched it again. I watched episode 2 and then I watched it again. Did you guys like it? I really liked it. I thought it was good. Richie said, let's see what Richie said. Richie said he has a different perspective on all of that. So they're still on good terms, but I don't think they've spoken. I thought that's what I read. Richie walked away from the band in 2013 and he revealed some of his thoughts on the episodes by John and posted uncut footage on one of his interviews for it that hints he wasn't entirely satisfied with how his account was represented in the final edit. And Richie said, and I quote from People magazine, "It's his project and it's his perspective. I have a different perspective on all of that." And he performed at the 11th annual Unbridled Eve Kentucky Derby Gala on May 3rd. Oh my gosh, I love him. I would go see him perform. I would see him perform anything, honey. I like his mouth. I don't know what it is. Like his teeth, he has little chiclet teeth. Like I think they're so cute. Don't you? Like have you noticed that about Richie Sambora? It's like his mouth is just nice. I know it's weird. I'm not really, well, I mean, I do. All right. Can I just tell you something? So, Al and I had this guy waiting on us last night, and his mustache was huge, and he was a young guy. And Al said to me, he goes, "Why do you keep staring at his mustache?" I said, "Because it looks ridiculous. Like the mustache did not look right on this kid. It was big, bushy, and like this." And like this, it did not fit his face. And I feel like he did it on purpose. I feel like, and it was bushy, like it was thick. And I said, you know what? He looks silly. And I couldn't stop staring at it. And Al noticed that I couldn't stop staring at it. I couldn't. But anyway, I didn't look at his mouth because I was laughing at his mustache. So isn't that terrible? That's just awful. Sorry. Not really. But Richie Sambora has a nice mouth. Anyway, so at this Kentucky Derby Gala, Sambora donated a guitar. Richie, I'm going to call him Richie. Don't call him by his last name. He deserves better than that. He donated a guitar that he helped design for a children's charity auction. How nice is that? Do you see what I'm saying? Giving back. He's given back. And he raised $32,000 for that cause, which, Richie, you are so cool. And on the same day, Richie released camera footage on Instagram. I don't know if it's still there. I haven't again, I'm just reading this now, of him being interviewed for the 4th part of the Bon Jovi documentary with the comment from the cutting room floor, leading to an outpouring of supportive comments from his fans. Now, I don't know. Let's see. Really what happened. Let's see all the comments. Let's go here. Can we see? Can I share? Can we? You can hear that. So let's see. I'll have to go and watch that after. Yeah, I can't see. I have to log in to see all the comments, so I can't see. But somebody did say, "Poor Richie." So I don't know. I mean, to me, it seems like he just left to be with his daughter. He wanted to be in her life, because when you're on the road all the time. I mean, Bon Jovi, hello. I mean, they're on the road constantly. And let's see, it says that the footage that Richie posted on his Instagram. So if you have Instagram and you follow Richie Sambora, or even if you don't, go follow him and see if that is still up, because I want to watch that. So he said his reasons for leaving in 2013, there were tensions in the band. Usually that's the case, right? And also, like he said, and he's been very clear about it, he wanted to raise his daughter, Ava. He wanted to be with her. And he's done a great job with that, it seems like, because they're wicked tight and he does a lot with her. So he said, and I quote, everyone has their personal tragedies and stuff like that, but I didn't receive a lot of compassion for coming back from what I was going through. Now, I think that he was in rehab. He had been in rehab a couple of times. So I'm not sure. I am unclear as to what happened when he left for rehab. So maybe when he came back the second time from rehab, maybe they weren't, too kind when he returned. I don't know. It's just a speculation on my part, just kind of reading between the lines. And Richie says he doesn't regret leaving the band. He's been saying he's very sorry to fans for the way he did it. And the footage that he posted is not in the Bon Jovi documentary because I thought it was very glossed over. It pretty much just basically said Richie left the band because he wanted to be with Ava. So I don't know. But then he went on to say everybody had their own respective perspective on fame and fortune. Everyone experiences that at different speeds. So that's how life can get whacked from one guy to the next. I don't know. I'm just a little confused on it. Let's see. He was in the band for 31 years. That's crazy. Not just as John Bon Jovi's primary co-writer, guitarist, and backing vocalist, but as his most honest fan. Yeah. So he also said, and I quote, I was essential because I spent more time with John than even his wife and was more honest. And we spent a lot of time in a room with no windows from the beginning stages of just writing the material and then recording it. Basically, the guys would do basic tracks for a couple of weeks. And then it was John and I and the respective producer, whoever it was at the time. And then he went on to say, but I also was a co-producer on those records. And I think that I had a good view. And I was a fan too. I could be a fan of John and go, I don't want to hear you sing that. This is what I would like to hear from you if I'm a fan in the audience. And I think that was one of my primary roles besides being his right hand and also an accurate mirror, so to speak. And he also said, it's a band. It's really, really hard to be married to 4 other guys and be in close quarters the way we were. So that coupled with my daughter coming of age and my ex-wife's mental health stuff was really acting up and she needed me and I needed her. I mean, to me, that's it in a nutshell. And you know what, Richie, you don't have to explain anything to anybody. You don't. I mean, and that's the whole thing. We've talked about this here many times before. Artists who have their stuff going on, it depends though, right? For the most part, they don't have to tell us anything. But remember, guys, last year when John Bon Jovi was on tour and everyone was criticizing his voice and how they were saying it's bad. And of course, we all heard clips and it's like, yeah, it's not what it used to be for sure. But that's, to me, and John was going through the surgery and he had vocal problems and all of that. So to me, that would have, maybe said or been an open door to say, listen, I've got things going on and you come and see me. I'm not at my best or don't. And that's like a situation like that, I think would have been appropriate for John Bon Jovi to come out and say something. And I had said that back then. And all of this came out now in the documentary. And I'm going, oh my gosh, that's terrible. Who knew he was going through that stuff? And, I also read something else from somebody yesterday on one of it was about Motley Crue. No, it wasn't about Motley Crue. Shoot, it was something else. Oh, dang it. I don't know. So calling somebody, because Motley Crue is not a cover band, they're Motley Crue, except for John 5 now. They've got him. Mick, he replaced Mick Mars. But somebody was talking about some band, some big band, and it's just a cover band. And I really agreed with somebody who said, you know what? You can call it a cover band, but people are still buying the tickets to go see this quote unquote cover band. And it's so true. Listen, you guys know you're going to see a band, whatever band you're going to see. And if it's not the original lead singer or the original members, you're still buying a ticket. Either you buy the ticket or you don't buy the ticket, but don't go and criticize. Just shh. Because if you're not involved and you're not going to see these bands, what do you care? If it's a cover band, you call it a cover band. It's not who gives a crap? They're still out there, like Foreigner. Hi, hello. I mean, there's still these guys sell out venues, and they're really good. They do a great job. I've seen them a couple of times. They do a great job. Kelly Hansen has done an amazing job keeping it going, and all of the guys. Mick is not well. That's been out there. So, he shows up, he shows up. He does a couple of songs, he does a couple of songs. Whatever. Oh, and Lou Gramm, I was so pissed off yesterday. So there was something, and I don't know what it was on. And this is what sparked this whole conversation. So people were making fun of Lou's voice. And, old man, he shouldn't be out there. This is sad. He should just call it quits. I've talked about I'll say what I've said. Maybe sometimes it's time for people to retire who really can't perform and do what they can do anymore. And I mean, that's when we're talking poor Phil Collins. That's like the prime example. Poor guy did it. This was the end for him. He couldn't even get up. But people went and they knew that. They knew that when they bought the ticket to see Genesis. So people were fine. And he did a great job, right? He did a great job for what he is today. Lou Gramm, I don't care what anybody says. I love Lou, and y'all know that. I think he does a great job today. I think Lou sounds great. I mean, the guy's in his 70s. He doesn't sound like he's from 1980. No, I don't sound like I'm from 1980. I was a teenager, but I don't want to say I was a whiny ass, whatever. But so thank goodness I don't sound like I'm from 1980. But I think Lou's great, and he's getting out there and he's having the time of his life. And he said, "Oh yeah, this is going to be it. He's going to retire. If he doesn't retire, I'm not going to be shocked. I think you know what." Once this stuff is in your blood and your bones, these guys and ladies cannot quit because this is all they know. This is what they love, and this is what their lives are. But, of course, there are some exceptions to the rule. It's like, oh, maybe that person should not do it anymore because if they're not really up to par, right? You know what I'm saying? Like if they're not up to giving a good show, then, they probably should retire. But, like Lou is doing a great job. And the comments were unbelievable and mean. I'm going, really? Really? Knock it off. The guy's great. And, I just watched a video of Lou from 1987 the other day. Him and Mick were just, oh my God, magical. There's no other word to describe it but magical. And Lou's voice and his physique and his stage presence, he's running back and forth on the stage. That's what we all remember. It was fantastic. When we talk about Steve Perry in a few minutes, if this is what you love, this is what you remember, that's what you should be watching then all the time and listening to. But don't criticize what we have today because I give everybody credit who's still out there doing what they're doing because they love it. It's plain and simple, but you don't have to be mean about it. You know what I mean? And if you don't like it, don't look. Don't look. It's simple. Patty Taylor, hello. Hi, welcome aboard this Saturday afternoon live. I just went off on a rant. And Carol Jean. Hi, Carol Jean. How are ya? And Lou is a legend. And you know what? Lou's a freaking nice guy. He's a nice, nice man. And he will talk to you about anything. He's so nice. And I have to say, the guy is just gracious. He's thankful for his fans. I tell you all the time, if you have not been to see Lou, he will take the time and he will say hello to everybody. He will do that. And Don Felder comes out in my mind as being the same way. He took the time after his show when we saw him a few years ago. He shook everybody's hand. He said hello to everybody. Thank you for coming. Lou does the exact same thing. And, when people are grateful, it makes you love them even more, right? And Lou is just like, oh, hold on. I'm not done. I'm going to keep in. And he just is gracious. I love that man. I do. And I tell you guys that all the time. And he's just having the time of his life. And it's a fun show. It's a fun show. If it wasn't, I would be honest about it and say, you know what? But I have a great time and I can't wait. He's coming in July. I can't wait. I can't wait to get me some Lou, some live Lou. I love it. I love it. I live for it. I think it's great. And I think if you have that expectation, that's why with the John Bon Jovi shows, people, I think, were going into it having the expectations he was going to sound like he was from 1985 or 1986. He doesn't. But if you watch this documentary, he's trying so hard. And that to me was really moving. The guy's trying so hard to get himself back to where he can do another tour. But I just think his mistake was, and who am I? I'm just nobody. But maybe before he went on the tour, even as he started to, there were tons and tons of articles about his voice, tons of comments and really lots of negative stuff. Maybe come out and say something. This is what I've been going through, just so you know. And I just want you to know if this is what you're going to get when you come and see me. So if you're not into that, maybe you shouldn't come, or I'll give you a refund. Something, because he doesn't need the money. He really doesn't. He's doing this again because he loves it. He doesn't need the money. John Bon Jovi is a multi-gazillionaire. Truth. And Maureen said, Lou is coming to Albany, New York in October. Go see him. The All-Star Band. Is he coming with the All-Star Band, or is he coming with John Payne and Steve Augeri? Is he doing the Rock Pack thing? That's what I'm going to see. I can't wait. And Scott says, I've seen Don Felder twice. He's got class, right? And he puts on a freaking phenomenal show. Like, blown away. Did not know what to expect when I saw Don Felder. Same thing with Al. Was sitting there going, holy crap. Like, you think you're at an Eagles concert. I'm not kidding. It was phenomenal. His band was spot on. He was just, oh my, like, I wish he would come back to the area. He hasn't come back since then. It's been a few years. He was great. Fantastic. I would go see him again, hands down. And Maureen says, I'm going to have to, I think, with his band. All-Star Band is great. Great. And Patty says, I've got tickets to see Lou in November. Good for you. And Carol Jean says, I wasn't expecting it to be this early. Oh, you mean for my show? I don't know. Maybe that's what you're referring to. But because we got other stuff going on, I wanted to make sure I was here with you guys because I love you. Love you, big hearties. Oh, can I show you what I got? I have to do it. Oh, okay. So I got 2 of these today. I didn't know what it was. It's called Mike Geek. Do you guys know what this is? Is anyone familiar with what this is? Because I don't have any idea. I charged it for a few minutes, but I literally don't know. Let's see. And look at. So of course it's a microphone. So yeah, I wanted it. I paid like $2 for it. It looks like it's never. Look, the cord is still wrapped up in its little twisty tie. And it's called, look how pretty this is. Is it not pretty? And it says Mike Geek. And I don't know. I just plugged it in. It said, let me just, and it's pretty. So I'm going to turn it on. Let's see. Hello? Whoa, we're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. Take my hand and I'll make it, I swear. Whoa, living I can't. All right, wait. Let's see. Let's turn the echo off. Let's do that. And let's do, what does it sound like just like this? Nothing. Can I hear anything? No, it doesn't do anything. Doesn't do anything, right? No, it doesn't do anything. Right? I turn the echo off. And let's see the treble. Music? Do we have music on here? Oh, what is that? I don't know. I just turned the music button on. It doesn't do anything. You have to have the echo. It's only, let's turn the treble. I turned the treble off. Oh, it's not really doing anything. And let's turn the bass off. What's that? Nothing. Let's turn the echo back on. Hello? I guess this is the only way you can use it. With the echo, what's that? Oh, and you can attach it to your iPhone and you can sing songs to it. I'm going to drive Al insane with this microphone. Yeah. Wow. All right, that's enough of that. That's cool, though.
I just can't.
I got one for you, too.
What are you doing?
I got one for you so we can play. I don't know. I thought it was the coolest thing. And I didn't know what it was. So I said, let me just buy it for $2. Isn't that neat? Did you have a good day, Al?
Great day.
Yeah? Eunice said she's peeing her pants. So thank you.
I have no comment for that.
And Scott said this will drive Al crazy. I love it.
I can't believe what I walked into.
Did you get the dog?
Yes.
Good, thanks. So how was your day, Al? Tell everybody. Everybody missed you.
No, they didn't.
They did. Been asking about you.
Look at the Kiki.FM Facebook page tomorrow, and I'll just share with everybody the day I had.
All right, good. Did you eat? Because I'm hungry again.
I'm fine.
Are you? Did you eat?
Yes, I had a piece of pizza.
Nice. I bought you chicken salad.
Oh, I love chicken salad.
I do too. I'm gonna have more. I'm gonna have more chicken salad.
Really?
Actually, I am.
I gotta run because I got some loading to do. And nice to hear everybody. And nice to hear you. Echo, Jerry.
Isn't that cool?
Did
you hear it?
Yes. I thought I was walking into the Addams family.
I gotta feel. All right, guys, tell me what everybody's saying. Hi, see, they missed you. So give me a good song, guys, for what I can. I'm gonna do one more song before I go because why not?
How about another one bites the dust?
Oh, that's a good one. I like that song.
No, it's not.
Wait a minute. Let's try it.
Oh my God.
Hold on.
Hold on to yourselves.
You got to think of a really dramatic song.
Was that a zipper?
Yeah.
What are you zippering?
My microphone case. Wait a minute. Ready?
Oh my God.
All right.
Bluetooth mode.
Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. Ow! Another one bites the dust. Hey, hey. Another one bites the dust. Hey, 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 hey.
I have to go. This is too much. I just can't. Oh my God. And the hits just keep on coming.
Oh shoot! This is gonna.
Everybody have a great weekend.
This is gonna be fun.
I got things to do, but everybody have a great Mother's Day, and thank you for your support of your Mother Rock radio station, Kiki.FM, and thank you. I love you.
Oh wait a minute! Al, say Happy Mother's Day to everybody.
I just did.
You didn't really say it. You said you mother rockers. Like that's not saying Happy Mother's Day.
Ladies and gentlemen, get close to your speakers right now. Really close. Happy Mother's Day, everyone. You too, Scott.
Okay, bye. Ready? All right, we're going to try Total Eclipse of the Heart. Ready?
Bluetooth mode.
Once upon a time, I was falling in love. Now I'm only in the dark. Nothing I can say. Total eclipse of the heart. Boy, this really makes you sound halfway decent, doesn't it? What am I going to say next? I forgot the words. Right? It's kind of good. Wait. What are the next lyrics? Sorry. What's my time? Nothing I can say. Nothing left in the heart. I can't remember. Give me another song. Give me another song. Let's do one more. I can't. This is way too fun. I'm gonna drive out and look. Right. We love you both. We do. Al knows that. He knows it. Anything from Journey. Okay, wait a minute. Any way you want it, that's the way you need it. Any way you want it, ow. Any way you. Wait. When I'm alone, all by myself, you're right. With someone else, loving, touching, squeezing each other, tearing me apart every day. All right, that's enough. That's enough. I'm annoying my own self. Well, it definitely adds something, doesn't it? I don't know what it adds, but it's kind of fun. But I got to figure out how you can use the other things, because I feel like the echo, I'm already bored with it. You know what I'm saying? Nancy said I can't stop laughing. Good. I can't. All right, let's talk about Miss Teen USA. What is going on, everybody? This was kind of insane. Again, just reading this for the first time. So Miss Teen USA resigns days after Miss USA does the same amid workplace toxicity allegation. What? What is going on over there? Look at these girls are beautiful. Like, how do people get that pretty? I just don't know. So let's see. So Miss USA, Noelia Voigt. What a pretty name, Noelia. Beautiful, beautiful name. She resigned on Monday. Oh, so she had already been in it for 7 months. So 7 months after she won her crown, Miss Teen USA, Uma Sofia Srisvastana, I hope I said that correctly, has also quit, saying on Wednesday that her personal values no longer fully align with the direction of the Miss USA organization. What? What is going on? So Miss New Jersey Teen USA is only 17, and she resigned. She didn't elaborate why she resigned, but she said she will continue relentless advocacy for education and acceptance through her children's book. She wrote a book already. She's 17, called The White Jaguar. Srivastana said her work involving the book has always been her true purpose. Well, I mean, and that's what happens when you get these titles, right? You are able to promote whatever you believe in, and people will follow you, and you're an influencer and all of that. So she said, while this was certainly not how I saw my reign coming to a close, I'm excited to continue my advocacy for education and acceptance, start applying to colleges, and share some exciting new projects on That's Fan Behavior with those of you who plan to stick around. The 11th grader wrote on Instagram. 11th grade. Holy moly. She is a first-generation Mexican Indian American. And then she said, at the end of the day, I am so lucky to have had the privilege of this experience. But if this is just a chapter, I know that the story of my life will truly be incredible. But what happened? Literally, what happened? Oh, so it says that her resignation comes after a report was put out there that her and the other girl were bullied, allegedly, by the organization, and allegations of workplace toxicity. Last week, let's see, the Miss USA organization did not immediately respond to the Times request. This is from the LA Times, actually. And they're not saying anything about the allegations yet. Voigt announced her abdication Monday on Instagram, citing mental health concerns for her decision. She is the first title holder in the pageant's 72-year history to voluntarily step down. In 72 years. It had to be bad. Wow. Wow. And let's see, Noelia. I love that name. Noelia, maybe that's how you say it. Beautiful, beautiful name. And she said on her Instagram, she has 116,000 followers. I won't read the whole thing, but the beginning says, in life, I strongly value the importance of making decisions that feel best for you and your mental health. As individuals, we grow experiencing different things in life that lead us to learning more about ourselves. My journey as Miss USA has been incredibly meaningful, representing Utah with pride, and later the USA of Miss Universe. Sadly, I have made the very tough decision to resign from the title of Miss USA 2023. And then at the end, it says, I love you with all of my heart and always will. Peace and love always, Noelia Voigt. I mean, I don't know what is going on over there, but holy macaroni. Can you even believe that? Whew. Let's see. Oh, hi, Sandra. How are you? Let's see. Okay, so everybody's talking about Steve Perry. All right. Anyway, so you know what? We might as well talk about him right now. So the effect song, let's be honest, I can't hear Steve that much. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just being honest. I listen to the song. I think it's a good song. I like the song. I had to strain to hear Steve. And that's just my opinion. I know that a lot of you are saying, "Oh my gosh, he sounds better than ever." I don't know how, because you can't really hear him. And I don't know if it's going to happen where he's going to put out a full-fledged Steve Perry song. And I mean, let's be real too. I was pretty disappointed with the Open Arms version with him and Dolly last year too. You could hear him, I think, a little more than in the Effect song, but I think that when it's put out there that, oh my gosh, it's with Steve Barry, everybody gets excited. And I think my balloon has been burst now for quite some time. And I just don't think Steve Barry's gonna do what everybody wants him to do. I just don't. And it's okay. Again, it's okay that he doesn't, because he's living his life. Steve is doing Steve. And he's taken his time to, just enjoy helping. He's helping the band, The Effect. He helped them. Did he help produce or in the background or whatever? Good for him. That's what he loves to do. And supporting them by promoting them on his page and everything like that. That's great. But I think, the time of us wanting Steve to be out there, he's not going to tour with Journey. That's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. I let that go a long time ago. Steve putting out some music. Listen, you know what? I go back and I listen to the old Journey music, and I'm happy with that. I'm happy to hear. See, I was listening to Open Arms this morning, and it's like, you know what? There you go. There you go. There's Steve, and I'm happy. I'm happy hearing that. It's okay. And Maureen says, I was disappointed with him and Dolly's Open Arms song too, right? I mean, it really was hyped up that it was going to be a super nice duet. And yeah, it was kind of a quarter of a duet, really. It was mostly Dolly. But it's okay. It's all right. And The Effect was lucky to, have Steve a part of their project. I think it's great. But I listened to it once and then I said, "Where's Steve?" I thought he was going to be a lead vocal, but no. And then I listened again. And I'm like, "Oh, there he is," like kind of near the middle of the song. And then I watched the video that came out, and they're all in the dark. I'm like, okay. I think Jonathan Cain's daughter, Madison, directed it or produced it or whatever. I think she directed it. And I'm like, I'd like to see them. To be honest, they were all in the shadows. So maybe that was a creative choice, artistic thing, but I don't know. That's just my opinion. Let's see. Nancy says, didn't like it. Eunice said, put headphones on. I listened through my headphones, and I did. And you can't, Eunice, I didn't really hear him that much. I'm just saying. I just, that's me. Maybe I'm deaf. I don't know. I think there was a little smidge. I got a little taste of Steve, but I didn't hear it. And then some of the comments I'm reading, oh my God, he sounds better than ever. Where where does he sound better than ever? I could barely hear him. So I don't know. That's just my own personal opinion. The effect they with Steve Perry. I don't know. It's not really with Steve Perry. Good song. They did a nice remake, but it is what it is. And let's see. Maureen says couldn't hear him much either, especially after listening to the other duets, which was way more of a duet. Right. And Maureen says, where exactly? I think it was near the middle of the song is where I kind of got some. And Cindy said, his new way to be remembered as a mentor is awesome. The effects is totally awesome. And Scott says, people thought it was Steve singing. It was Emmett. I think Emmett has a wonderful voice. And that's why I would have liked to have seen his face in the video. That's, you know what I mean? But you still knew it wasn't Steve singing that lead vocal because we all know Steve's voice. I mean, all of us who are Steve nuts, Steve knuckleheads, we know Steve's voice, and we knew. I think that just like who thought Steve Perry was in New York City on New Year's Eve, that was clearly not Steve, and I can't believe people really thought it was him. I was shocked by that, but anyway. And let's see, Nancy said she didn't like it. He goes back and forth with the lead singer. Eunice said Emmett did an awesome job. I would go see the effects if I could. I would. Suzanne said yes, the video was too dark. Again, everybody's going to have their own personal opinion, and that's great. That's opinions are like things. Everybody has one, and it's great. That was my opinion of the song. And was there a Rolling Stone article about Trev, talking about Steve and how awesome it was to work with him and get the support of Steve Perry. Hi, of course it's awesome. I mean, Steve's the voice. Steve is, he has put out a great legacy. And I think we're all, as I've said, we're all fortunate that we've been a part of that. I think that we are all so lucky to sit here and say that we were a part of the 80s, right? How lucky are we that we lived through that decade? I am insanely grateful that I am an 80s kid. And I can sit here and say that, you know what? I remember these songs. I remember watching these videos. I remember being in love with these lead singers. I remember all of that. I was there. And I think we should all just be happy with that. And if you want to hear Steve, you go listen to the old Journey stuff. There you go. There you go. And let's see. Nancy says, I would love to hear isolated vocals of Steve on the song, but I don't know. I don't think that's going to happen unless they, release, he gives permission to release something. Who knows? Who knows? But that's my thought. That's my take on the whole effect thing. It's here. It's gone. That's it. Plain and simple. It happened on what, Friday? Did it happen on Friday or Thursday? Wednesday? I don't even know what day it is half the time. So it happened. I watched, I listened, and there you go. And Eunice says Steve truly didn't sing on that song. He did backup for like a little piece of it. And I love Steve no more what. And Suzanne said, absolutely. I don't know what you agree with, Suzanne, but thank you. And does he have a new girlfriend? I heard he did. I don't know. It's out there. He has a new girlfriend. I haven't seen anything. I'm not going to talk about that because I don't know. I can't elaborate on it unless you guys can. But even at that, you got to make sure your facts are straight. And Steve's such a private guy. I can't imagine he would really be out there, showing off his girlfriend. Would he? I don't know. He's so private, so private, which is, hey, that's his thing. And no matter what, I love Steve. We all love Steve. And yes, fun fact, Nick Collins is the drummer and is Phil Collins' son. He's great. He is amazing, man. And he does In the Air Tonight spot on like his dad. And that is a tough drum solo. I can't even imagine the power that goes behind that. And Nick is fantastic. They're lucky to have him, really. We all love Steve. We do. We all love Steve. Steve is just great, and Steve has got the legacy and the history that it's undeniable. Undeniable. Patty says, "How's the baby watch going?" Al was convinced that Kendra was going to have the baby today. I'm like, it's not happening today. He picked May 11th. She's not having the baby today.
The May 11th is tomorrow.
No, it's today. I'm looking at the date
Oh,
right
that's
now.
right.
So,
well, the day's not over yet.
She's not having the baby today. I would feel something. She's not having. Listen, it's my son whose baby it is too, and I am connected to my children no matter what. And she's not having that baby today. She's just not. I know stuff. It's weird. I think the older I get, like the more intuitive I am with that. I don't. It's hard to describe. And let's see. That was an old thread, Carol Jean. And Scott says, a shout out to Emmett Lee Stang, the singer. Whoop, whoop. So yeah, did you guys hear? You guys Grease fans? I was a total Grease hound. Let me look this up here. The Grease movie. Oh my God. The original. Like, let's talk about that for a second. Best movie ever. Well, let's see, what was her character? One of the characters in the original Grease movie recently passed away, Susan Buckner. She was 72, and she was, let's see, what was the name of the character that she played? Let's see. She was actually Miss Washington. She was beautiful. What did she play in Grease? Patty Simcox. She had the long ponytail. I remember seeing her in the schoolyard at the table, and they were all sitting there. She's like, "Hi, everybody!" Like, she was really happy and peppy. And didn't she run the prom thing or something? I don't know, but yeah, she passed away at 72, and it doesn't say why. And she quit show business to raise her two kids. That's what happens. The cheerleader. Thank you, Maureen. That's right. And let's see. Grease was such a great movie. I mean, I remember when I went and bought that album, and the one I had is gone, long gone. So of course I've bought a couple of copies when I've been yard sailing over the years. I have a couple of Grease copies, and I actually bought Grease movie trading cards, and I glued them to pieces of loose leaf paper. Why I did that? What a dummy. So those were in the original album that I had, and that is long gone. And I cut the grass a lot to get the money to get that album. Best album ever. Best album ever. And there was a movie on Netflix I started watching the other night. I think Jerry Seinfeld put this movie together. It's called the Pop-Tart movie. I couldn't watch it. I thought it was the cheesiest, sappiest. I couldn't get through 5 minutes of it. Usually I get to 10 minutes. I couldn't even get through 5 minutes of the Pop-Tart movie. It was too sticky and sweet for me. Didn't work out. I don't know if any of you saw it, but Maureen says, "Oh my gosh, they would have been worth money now." I know. And I do have to say, I don't know where they are. I'm looking at my studio because this is where I have all my cool stuff. I bought last winter these rock cards, these rock trading cards, and they're from the 80s. And I remember there was an Eddie Money one, Poison. I've never seen these trading cards, and some of them are worth a little something, and I don't know where I put them. I got them somewhere. Oh, and I got my strobe light. I'm looking at it right now. I'm pointing to it, not that you can see it, that I got for $2 last week. I got to have Al put that up for me. And then I'll, my microphone and my strobe light, and I'll be all set. I'll be all hooked up. And Brian Wilson, of the Beach Boys. Did you guys hear about him? Oh my goodness, the craziness that's going on. He's now being placed under a conservatorship because his wife recently passed away, which is so sad. And let's see what's going on with that. So a judge actually put Brian Wilson under a court conservatorship to oversee his personal and medical affairs after his wife passed away, and he has a major neurocognitive disorder. Now, this past Thursday, just a few days ago, a judge appointed 2 longtime Wilson representatives, Gene Sievers and manager Leanne Hard, as his conservators, and there were no significant objections raised. Brian Wilson is 81 years old, and he's the latest celebrity to be in a conservatorship case. Why is a Citibank card ad popping up? That's redonkulous. And others include Amanda Bynes. There's a lot going on with her right now, too. And she was put under her parents' control for 9 years. Casey Kasem, that whole thing. I was just talking about him last night, actually. And that was wicked sad, too. His wife, Jean, he was under a conservatorship, which I didn't even know. And it was a fight between his wife, Jean, and his adult children before his death in 2014. How sad. Casey Kasem, was the god to me of radio. He was everything. Literally, he was everything. I loved listening to Casey Kasem. Oh, I didn't know this. Joni Mitchell was placed under a temporary conservatorship back in 2015 when she had her brain aneurysm. But she's doing great now, and that conservatorship is no longer for her because she knows what's up. Britney Spears, that's the big one. She was under a conservatorship for 14 years. That's a long time. And let's see. A conservatorship happens when the subject is actually under diminished mental capacity. So Brian Wilson, let's see what's going on with him. Let's see. He wrote some of the Beach Boys' biggest hits, Good Vibrations and God Only Knows. He struggled with mental health and substance abuse that upended his career in the 60s. He met his future wife, Melinda, when he was a customer at a car dealership. How crazy. And that's where she worked in the 1980s. And at that time, Wilson had for years been under the close supervision of psychologist Dr. Eugene Landy. And Melinda and others believed Landy was exploiting and mistreating Wilson. Oh, that's terrible. And they feuded with Landy for years before he was barred in 1992 from any contact with Brian. And Brian married Melinda in 1995. That's so sad. I didn't know that. And Melinda passed away unexpectedly this year. And Brian has credited Melinda many times for stabilizing his troubled life. And she was managing his life. And Brian put on social media, or whoever did that for him, our 5 children and I are just in tears. We are lost. Melinda was more than my wife. She was my savior. So Brian Wilson's management team petitioned the court in February to place him under a conservatorship. And let's see, the petition sought only a conservatorship of Wilson's person, saying he doesn't need a conservator over his finances because his assets are in a trust, with his manager as the trustee. And let's see. He's taking medication for dementia and is unable to provide properly for his own personal needs for his physical health, food, clothing, and shelter. That's so sad. And that's what I'm saying. These artists who are older, they want to go out there and they're having a good time. Go at it and have a good time. Hey, Laura, what's going on? So, it's just crazy. Loved Kay in the countdown. Absolutely. Well, guys, I really appreciate you being here today on this Saturday afternoon. why did the song Tuesday Afternoon by the Moody Blues just pop into my head? Tuesday afternoon down. I don't know why. But anyway, I got some cool stuff today. I got to put that away. And I got some things to do. So I'm very thankful you guys were here today. I hope you had a good time. Caffeine is just so good for me. Yes, it is, mommy, Poppy. That's right. And I hope you guys have a restful day tomorrow. For all you mothers out there, happy Mother's Day to each and every one of you, because you're all mothers in some way. Scott has his little Bella, so you're a mama, papa, whatever. And, I hope you just enjoy your day no matter what you guys do. So thank you very much for being here on this surprise. So I gave you guys a heads up. Saturday afternoon show. And I will see you guys next Friday. I think so. Yeah, I think so. And I love you guys. I love you guys so and so much. I love you, love you, love you. And I will see you soon. Have a great day, guys. Bye. Bye, bye, bye. Bye. Bye, bye, bye. I don't want to be a fool for you. Just another player in the game.